Why would anyone want to come work for you after you just fire coach after coach? Why would anyone want to come work for this team and for you? And Sweeney's answer is, it's not about me. It's about the 100-year history of the Boston Bruins.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So my opening take is this. They're closing in on a coach, and I don't care who it is. I don't. It doesn't interest me. I don't really care. I don't know how anyone could. Marco Sturm. Who's the Love guy?
You got me.
I don't know. I don't care. Who's the guy that was in Edmonton? Woodcliff?
Brother Love.
What is it?
Woodruff.
I don't care. I don't care who these guys are.
Woodruff.
I don't care who it is. I'm here to ask, though, and I say this because I've been telling you I still think the Bruins are a destination, and I guess they are. I know players want to be here. Players want to stay here. I know their coaches, at least Cassidy, wanted to stay here. So that's the fact, I guess.
I just say it was kind of pathetic watching that Edmonton-Dallas game last night, and it scrolls at one point. One coach opening left, Boston Bruins.
Well, but listen, is it a destination? I guess. My opening take is why? How could it be? So here's what you have coming your way, Marco Sturm, or Love guy, whoever you are, or Woodcliff. What's his name?
Woodruff.
Woodruff. Okay, guys, whatever. Here's what you have coming your way. You're going to get handed a mediocre roster, even if you ball out and maximize it. And like the guys before you, Bruce Cassidy and Jim Montgomery, even if you finish with the most wins in the National Hockey League and overachieve and go to the playoffs, even if you go to the playoffs and win a round over the Leafs and get to the second round and do that 2 straight years, you know what's going to happen? You're going to get your ass fired. You're going to get blamed and you're going to get fired. First of all, you're going to have to sign probably a below-market contract. You're going to have little security. You're going to have a mediocre roster. And even if you do everything you can with it, you're going to get finger-futzed along the way by the guys upstairs. They're going to be constantly meddling in your business. And when you lose in the playoffs, they're going to blame you and you're going to get fired. And that's coming your way. So why would anyone take this job? And someone's going to, and they probably want it. But it's just, I just feel like stating that, right off the top. Why would anyone want this job? And, one thing did occur to me, because that scenario can play out. The best you're going to do is take a mediocre roster to the playoffs and lose. And maybe you'll take it to the playoffs twice and lose. And then you'll get your ass fired and scapegoated. Well, here's what I know based on previous history. You'll get hired right away by a better team with a better job and a better contract, and it's a nice little springboard. So why take this job? It's a stepping stone to the next thing. That's the only thing I can think of.
So now people should use the Bruins as a stepping stone.
So it's not the Boston Bruins. It's the Providence Bruins. Or the Manchester Fisher Cats, or whatever they call those guys now. That's what this is. That's the best case I can give you to come coach this team. Because you're not going to win at a high level. And even if you win at the highest level possible with the roster they give you, you're going to get scapegoated and canned. But you will get hired by a better team on a better contract, and it's a springboard. So maybe I know that's not what they're selling, but that's what I'm selling to whoever it's going to be. And I think there could be an announcement today. I know it's going to be soon. All these other jobs have been filled, huh? So they're all gone?
Yep, last one left's Bruins.
Isn't that unbelievable?
I'm telling you, it was kind of jarring to see that on the bottom scroll last night.
So what does that tell you? They're looking for the best contract, or who the hell knows? But I don't know how it could be considered a good job, because it's not. Anyway, that's my opening take. Mazz, Murray, who wants to go next?
So I'm always reluctant to try to put a summation or words in your mouth, because inevitably you will say, no, that's not what I meant, or no, that's not exactly it, or nah, yeah, you're wrong. But can I suffice it to say that you think the Bruins brand has taken a hit?
For me, it has.
Okay, you stop there. I just think it's a nice segue because just quickly on the Red Sox, here's what I would tell you. They are at a bit of a crossroads here right now. And so what do? Do they try to put these kids that they have on their roster into a spot where they're going to contend for a wild card spot, contend for a playoff spot, or is the development of the player now the more important thing? They sort of have to navigate those two and balance those two as they make this run here, or not run, in the 2025 season. So which way do they go? Do they push them a little bit? Do they try to stretch them and extend them, put them at spots that they otherwise wouldn't play because they're trying to win games? Or are they more interested in developing the players? And if you would say to me, Mazz, what would you do? I would tell you, I don't know. It's a bit of a conundrum. Here's what I will tell you. Whatever the Red Sox choose, they'll F it up one way or the other. So this is, I sort of feel like about the Red Sox the way you feel about the Bruins, that I have zero confidence in their ability to get this right now. Zero. I think they've already botched the thing in terms of the development of the young players because they put them in some impossible spots and places they never should have been put in. Christian Campbell, I keep saying he's playing his third position. It's his fourth, because they used him in left field to start the year. He has played second, left, and center. Now they're going to move him to first. Marcelo Meyer, they moved to second base a week and a half ago at AAA. Then Bregman got hurt, and they brought him up to play third. So they're yanking these guys all over the place. Not that it's that much of an ass to move from second to third, but you get the idea. I don't know if they're going to do the right thing. I don't know what kind of impact it's going to have on the players. So I'm just telling you, however this thing shakes out, they're going to F it up one way or the other.
They are not a serious organization. Hey, speaking of which, Stefon Diggs, the alleged bag of pink cocaine, 2C, whatever the hell it is, the boats and hose, big and unfortunate story for the Patriots this week. Will it cost Stefon Diggs his job? Probably not. Not this incident alone. But is there other stuff with Stefon Diggs that's pissed the organization and the new head coach, Mike Vrabel, off? Here's our own Zoe, doubling down on what he said he heard from within the walls in Foxborough on Zolak and Bertrand around noon today. Stopped me in my tracks.
It's not just the boat. There's some other things that I've heard. That's all. That puts some things in question. Are you all in? Are you all in here? And again, I think it's bigger than the boat. It's bigger than the boat. I think Vrabel answers questions when you talk to him, but you have to read into it. Like he said, we'll coach up the players that are here. That tells you he's not here, or he hasn't been here. I think that's a problem.
Got that? Not the boat. Bigger than the boat. It's not the party boat. It's not the pink party favors. The bigger issue is, where is he? This is what, why are you mad about the drugs? I don't care about the drugs.
People don't get it.
Where is he? This is why he might get cut. Not that I want him to. I want people to understand it, because my bitchy friends, you want him to get cut? You've done blow before. No kidding, stupid. It's not that. It's important for Diggs to be here. One of the main reasons, if not the reason, he was signed was to help Drake May along with his development. You'd think when they signed Diggs, they would have asked for assurances you'd be here for the OTAs for exactly that reason. You want the two guys working together to get on the same page, and if Diggs is still hurt and you can't fully participate because there's that out, I get it. He's hurt. What do you want him to do? You can still benefit from being here for a ton of reasons. Learning the system, showing commitment, setting an example, all of that crap. If I was Vrabel, he is pissed, and he's right to be pissed. And again, it's the Patriots' own fault for getting the leftovers at the end. This is what happens when you wait. And so, kind of reap what you sow here. This is why he's a distressed asset and on his fourth team. It's probably for stuff like this. But it ain't the drugs. It ain't the boat. It ain't the Instagram post. It's that he's not here. It doesn't feel like he's fully committed when they just gave him that guarantee.
People don't get it. They don't understand the.
What's the big deal with the drugs?
It's not.
It's not the drugs. It's not the story.
I don't know. I feel like I'm talking to kindergartners.
Because you are.
It's not about the boat. It's about the team owes him and has yet to pay him tens and tens of millions of dollars. If they deem him a bad investment, he's not going to get that money. They're not going to pay someone to go F off with their money. What don't you understand? And if he does get cut, if he doesn't make it, it's going to, this one I'm going to blow up people on. It's like, you dopes. Well, you had no way to know. You had no way to know it. Did you see him bouncing around the boat, passing out drugs? Did you see that? That's not why they fired him, dummy. But where is he and what is he doing? The contract was $69 million. There's a lot of per game bonuses. There's workout bonuses. They gave him 12 to sign, and I don't know how that's divvied up. Did he get the full 12 right now, or is it split into different payments? That I don't know. But let me tell you something. He's got a lot more coming. if they don't think he's a safe investment, they're not going to give it to him. They don't do that. No team does that. And it's as simple as that. He was a risk to begin with. The contract reflected that. And how's he doing? He just sort of asked generically. How's Steph Diggs doing? How's he coming along?
Not off to a great start.
From what I can see, that's not exactly what I would say is a good start, and I would feel good about giving him any more money. So just start with that. Forget about Vrabel's culture, which is important, but start with professional sports. What does professional sports mean? Money. Their money. And how they choose to spend and invest their money. And if he's effing off, they're not going to give him any more money, which means he's not going to play here.
The other thing, too, a lot of these hypocrites, just two years ago this time, you're the same people making fun of Aaron Rodgers not showing up for the Jets yet because he's off doing ayahuasca, whatever the hell it is, on a vision quest. So be consistent here. Like, where are you? What's your commitment level? That's all.